Hello Sparking Zero community, my name is Magatsu and in this video I'll be going over how to actually improve in Sparking Zero. And I was a top 50 Super Saiyan God Goku player in the world, so if you would like to see high level gameplay, please stick around. This guide will be split into 4 different segments: defense, combos, movement, and neutral. Starting off with defense is the most important to me. You need to understand there are many mechanics in the game like revenge counter, which could be used up close, mid-range, and far range. Teching that allows you to counter the enemy's grab. Super counters, which is probably the most difficult yet most rewarding mechanic in the game. Super perceptions, and sonic sways. These are mechanics you all have to learn so you don't get clipped like how I did right here. Damn, I hate you instant sparking spammers. But anyways, that's besides the point. Moving on, I want to teach you how to counter the Dragon Dash, and I have 3 methods to do so. The first way is to rotate the camera with your right stick to where you're getting pushed and hold the guard button. As you can see in the first clip, if you are too slow, you won't get it in time. The second you see the enemy homing towards you, you want to tilt the camera and guard. This way you can easily counter them. The second method is to just throw ki blasts his way and it'll stun them. Pretty obvious, but yeah. The last way to cancel the Dragon Dash is to just sidestep. It's very risky, but it is rewarding if you get the timing. The next segment is combos. I need y'all to listen up. I'm going to try to do my best to put the notations in for the combos, but you'll just have to bear with me. So basically, your heavy hitters is what your combo is based around. It is your combo extender. Every time you do, let's say you do a light attack 4 times, you're going to want to end it off with a heavy hit to continue your combo. You could strike it off with 2 light attacks into a heavy, then 3 light attacks into a heavy, and then 4 light attacks into a heavy. Most of the character combos are universal, but some are a little different, so you just got to play around and test them out. A very easy combo that I like to do is, as you can see here, I'll punch Cell about 3 to 4 times until he flies away from me, and when we create distance, I'll press the X button or your short dash to step in to follow up with another combo. Another thing you have to realize is you can't do the same attack twice in a combo or they will fly out. So as you can see right here, I did the same kick twice and Cell flies out. Right here, I created a distance after 5 hits where I could press the short dash to step in. As you can see, I did it twice. You could do it up to 3 times or he will fall out after the 3rd one. So once I started off with my step in, I will hit him with 2 light attacks into a heavy hit, which is triangle or Y on Xbox, and then I'll hit him with another 3 light attacks, and then it would also go into a heavy, and then 4, and then rinse and repeat. After that, you could either do a down triangle to get a ground slash, and then an up triangle for an uplift, and then you could give it a second. If you jab or do jab hits, you could also extend your combo that way and cancel it out into your super attack. I know it looks difficult, but it is pretty easy. You just gotta get in the lab and understand your character. Right here, I'm gonna just show you a pretty simple combo: square 5 times into a step in, into a triangle attack, heavy smash, into a super attack. It is pretty simple. Now the next section of this video is going to be dedicated to movement. Now I already have a flank guide on my YouTube, but that was very standard, and this is going to get a little more into depth. As you can see right here, you can step in out of your combo to jump in around the flank. Another flank you could do on the ground is to short dash around your opponent and hit him with ki blast. It does take a lot of your ki, but it will catch them off guard majority of the time. So you could just step out, short dash around him and get a ki blast in, and then you could teleport around to the side. You could also do it with your punches, but that is more likely to get super countered. And another thing you could do is the aerial flank. You could punch him, step out, and do the short dash to the right, and also hit him with a ki blast, and vice versa. Also hit him with just regular attacks. The best way I like to do it is I like to dash downwards and then go to the side so I can get a full flank and they can barely notice it. This is very effective and it will catch a lot of people off guard in range, so you need to try this out. This has potential for a lot of other mix-up you could do, so just mess around with it. Another flank that I like doing is just, as you can see, just dragging dashing outwards into a homing dash all the way around. This will catch them off guard 90% of the time. Or you could just spin back right into a dragon dash outwards and just press X to short dash, spin back into it. I like doing it around to get the full dragon dash so I can get behind them and then I'm less likely to Z vanish me or anything. The only thing they can really do is super counter. I also like doing a little short dash, or like a little short dragon dash, I'd say, as you can see right here, where you press your charge attack button and your short dash to the direction you want to do it. So if I set him to guard, and as you can see, if you don't go far enough, you won't hit him. He's still going to guard through it. But if you just move it a little more slightly left, you'll be able to get it off, and this is an easy way to just go around your opponent. You might say, hey, why don't I just Z banish or teleport behind them? They're most likely, like an advanced player would see it coming and teleport around you. The way I like to initiate my flanks is by throwing ki blasts off guard to stun them and then do it, because if you just stand idle and try to rush them, they're probably going to move around, so this is a lot more effective. I also like starting off with a couple light attacks, teleporting outwards into my flank. It could either be the ki blast flank or it could be the regular jump flank when I go over him. The final part of this video is neutral, and yes, there is neutral in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. One of the best neutral characters in this game is probably Vegito Blue because he has full power charge. One of the main things in playing neutral is having ki and knowing how to use your ki and just basically maintaining your ki in general. Without ki, you won't be able to do a lot of things, and with ki, you'll be able to win your Vanish Wars, you'll be able to push your opponent, you'll be able to like apply pressure with ki blast and etc. The thing about these Vanish Wars is you gain skill points with it. So with Vegito Blue, he has full power charge with 2 skill points. So I could always set it up and get back into momentum with the character. Vegito Blue is just an example, and like he is basically like the character for neutral, but there is a lot of other characters that go along with that as well. In the clip earlier, you can see how I was laid back, just trying to get a feel for the game before he started, and he rushed me that he fell into my Sonic Sway. That is just one tip that you could easily start it off with. As I'm charging ki, he's gonna rush me, well, I could just start using my perception button and countering his after image strike. You could also use side steps while you're playing neutral, remain a distance while throwing ki blast into it, or you could even do those flanks that we mentioned before where you dragon dash outwards into the zebra dash inwards, and you could sort of just get a easy flank, and you could just throw the opponent off guard a little bit. This is probably not the best representation of the fight, since I am fighting a Vegito player when he is just using after image strike, but as you can see, majority of the Vanish battles I am winning because I do have enough skill points, not skill points, enough ki to do full power charge. And if I'm losing sometimes, it is also good if you're in your Vanish battles. Remember this, you don't want to win all the time. You're just wasting your ki. Unless you're confident you will win, just give it to the opponent. You don't have to win every single Vanish battle, and that's how you can see in some of the clips I just let him have it. After I have enough ki, I could easily just throw him outwards and then start to use my suit. That was an accident anyways. I start to use my full power charge. Maintaining ki will be a huge deciding factor in how you win your neutral games, and you guys need to understand this. Also, learn from your losses. You don't want to just get egoed by someone to be like, oh, how did I lose to this guy? Oh, you just start getting mad. You want to know how they beat you and understand from it so you can apply it to your next battle. This is also very important. Learn your losses. Other ways you can maintain neutral is by deflecting the ki blast that the opponent gives you. You may not know this, but you gradually gain skill points while doing so, and you're in a stance where the enemy can't really attack you without countering them. You should also utilize the mechanics mentioned before with perceptions and teching. If an opponent is sidestepping you, you could counter them by sidestepping into a heavy finish. These are all ways you can maintain neutral. A lot of players don't know this, so by adding this into your playstyle, you will only enhance your game. You should also keep in mind how the enemy is playing. If they start off by charging, you should realize they are going to play it slow and try to beat you with blast and defense. You want to slowly build these habits to know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So let's take a recap of what we just learned. Starting off with defense, knowing these mechanics will drastically improve your game because defense is the best offense and your opponent won't be able to get through to you. Combos. By learning how the character works, you will be able to apply pressure in a way they cannot get out of and get them into infinite loops, and the only thing they can do is super counter. Movement. Movement is extremely important in the game, and you can easily outmaneuver the enemy in ranked with the methods in the video. Movement also decides majority of the game. And lastly, neutral. Maintaining ki will make or break the game for you. By doing so, you will have an easier time moving around and getting to your opponent and even winning most of your Vanish Wars. This is essential because with ki, you are able to move freely how you want, and you won't be stuck in areas that you don't want to be in the battle. And with ki, it'll just be a whole lot easier for you guys. Well, that's all I have for you guys. If you guys found this video helpful, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, as it really helps. I hope you guys learned a lot from this, and I will be answering all the comments you have below. That's all from me. Take care.